Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now, this is technically a part two to the video that we posted earlier, which was concerning Starmer, walking people, how he's seen on the international stage. Now, this is concerning Stuttering Starmer and Labour. Not just Parliament, but also out in the world, out in the wider breaches of places and things. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is what we're going to be focusing on now. And for the new boys and girls, just so you know, we always do a foundation reading, then we do some bit of gossip, and then we have an outcome at the end, okay? So that's every reading pretty much. That is what we do. So let's have a look at this. How is Stuttering Starmer seen by the Labour Party as a whole? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative. Sorry, I'm smirking because as I was how is Stuttering Starmer seen as a whole, Labour Party as a whole? This download came in, this little nudge kind of, he's one big hole, isn't he? And that's all it said. I was trying to I'm trying to be professional. Shush. I'm trying to do the thing. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. One more, okay. Right, these feel ready. Let's do this bad boy. Conflict. Really shocking, that is. Wow. Got to make a decision. Oh, 10 of Wands in this deck is an accomplishment. In reverse, it's a burden. This feels as if this is going to go quite following their intuition. High Priestess. The truth of the situation rushing in. Page of Wands, flirting with ideas. That's my Googling card, normally. Kind of research, data, information, discovering that kind of, like bringing it all together or based on a concept. This is kind of flirting with new ideas, new possibilities. How do we do this? How do we achieve this? Five of Pentacles, worry, concern. So already, at no point has Stuttering Starmer come into play here. And at the moment, the Two of Swords doesn't feel like they can make a decision. Because the decision is like who... The decision isn't whether Starmer should go or not. What I'm getting here. Because we've got it coming in. He needs to go. What I'm getting here is who replaces him. And that's what the data here is. It's like research, data, information. What do we do? You know? But we've got the Five of Pentacles. It feels like, and for the new boys and girls, we always look at the triangulation of the cards, how they slot in together and that kind of thing. So the Phoenix here, the Phoenix rising, trying to get rebuilding Labour Party, trying to make it work, rolling back on a few things, that kind of stuff. Every which way is worry, concern. Every which way is a dead end. Every which way ain't good. So, fascinating. Or, like I said, Stuttering Starmer is nowhere to be seen. It's almost like the decision's been made, but where do we go from here? And that's the accomplishment. The decision has been made. Following their intuition, he needs to go. Right. But they can't... It's almost like they're in a cul-de-sac and they don't know how to get out of it. They can't find the one road to go back out. King of Pentacles. I don't like that. The King of Pentacles feels as if it's not just one person, it's two people. It's the Reeves lot. And what I mean, and for the people who don't know, because I only found this out like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Rachel Reeves, you know, that one. Her sister is the chairperson of the Labour Party. So that's why it's like both of them hold the cards in some respects. They've got more control than meets the eye, as it were. Knight of Wands. But they make action anyway. They take action, letting go with the Hangman. This is off. This is really off. All of this up here is Labour Party, as we asked. This here, I don't quite know right now what part of it is. Doesn't feel like all of the parliamentary party or even the front bench, as it were. It feels like a small contingent who then pulls the trigger with the Knight of Wands. But there is something here that's this is completely different to that. Overarching energy, 3 of Pentacles, new foundations, which came up with the international Starmer and Starmer as well. The previous video, new foundations, new ways forward. 7 of Cups, flirting with ideas, possibilities once again, but this is the daydreaming thing. What options do we have? Which we talked about up here. Trying to review the situation, reviewed candidates, that kind of thing. But each way leads to, doesn't lead to stability. It all leads to stupidity. Right. What I'm getting is they've rebuilt the party, and obviously Corbyn's gone and all those, you know, majority of the lefty type, like proper lefty type thing. And a few other people. They've moved the Labour Party, so it's pretty much over the years has been kind of coordinated to be for one guy. You can't, unlike the Conservatives, where you can pretty much swap the leader and kind of go in different directions. It's almost as if it's now been so radically changed. It's what I'm getting here. It's been so radically changed that it's no longer what it says on the tin. It's no longer it can't roll back. It's almost like the Emperor has no clothes. Okay, the energy here, and we'll go into the gossip in a minute, but just there's so much energy coming in and bombardment and stuff that I'm trying to just catch up with it. Okay, so bear with me for a little bit, but it's almost like the Emperor has no clothes, but the Emperor is a dictator because the whole structure, all his people have been put into different locations and stuff, apart from Reeves, the Reeves sisters. That's definitely the Reeves sisters. But it's a bizarre situation where it's almost as if they didn't see this. They didn't foresee this. There's something here about they didn't foresee this coming or this problem, because it's almost like, and I said this before, but the images come up again in the previous reading about Starmer. Is that the frog in the pot with the water slowly turning up? Over the past, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, I don't know how long he's been leader, right? But they didn't see the changes, and now it's like it's almost like this realization, this it's almost it feels as if it's like when your heart kind of like plummets, and it's like the realization, it's like, oh, it's like that kind of energy. It's just suddenly like, but with, oh crap, blah 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 kind of energy. But there's something this anyway. Let's go. Let's move into the gossip bit. Let's find out a little bit more information. What's going on here with the prediction deck as I shuffle these lovelies. And just as a quick little reminder, if you haven't already, please subscribe, dingling the bell. Come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody, and that is what we do. Also, thumb your like on the video. All the videos would be amazing. It genuinely helps out the channel so much, getting discovered and stuff like that. And thank you to everybody who does that every single time. That is phenomenal. Thank you. And also people who share. The knights and dames of the village of Spamalot, spamming it around on other social medias and Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much indeed for everybody who does that. It's phenomenal. I don't know who it is, but I can just see in the dashboard that it's happening, and it's just like, thank you very much indeed. It genuinely helps out. And if you really, really, really want to help out, then you can become part of the Village Elite YouTube members. Get additional videos. My favourite, general vibe videos. They are my favourite. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm on record. I say it. It's my favourite types of readings that we do on here, because it's between two people or two countries, or what's going on in that kind of stuff. I like it. It's a bit more gossipy, in-depthy type stuff. All available over there on the Village Elites YouTube membership side, and you can go to the channel, or it should be down below. If you've already subscribed, there should be a join button, and go from there. All right, thank you very much indeed for everybody who does that. That's phenomenal. Thank you. It really helps. So here we go. Ha. Wow, I don't like that. I really don't like that. With the conflict here, there's a conflict. I think we said this before in another reading. It's almost as if Starmer is trying to take a page out of Blair's book of like starting a war, and that will save me. That's what I'm getting here. Yes, the battleship. The battle lines are drawn within the Labour Party, but this feels very much kind of like, you can't get rid of me because we're on war footing. You can't get rid of me because of this, that, and that. It's that kind of manipulation that I'm getting from that card. It really hit, but a positive outcome. Sun card, happiest card in the deck. So he's definitely going to be changed over. It's all the energy I'm getting here. It doesn't matter about whether or not you think we're going to go into Ukraine or not. It doesn't matter about this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter about your mates at NATO, even though we know you haven't got any. It doesn't matter about any of this. You're rubbish. Go away. It's that kind of energy. It's just like, be gone. Because they're underestimating the anger and the passion here with the volcano. This, like all the cards in the prediction deck, there's multiple levels of passion, and kind of. I see these are all. This one in particular is like the Knight of Wands. You also, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, you have fire wave, which is kind of like that beginning, that aha moment, the light bulb moment of passion, kind of Ace of Wands energy. This is full on kind of more kind of King of Wands energy. Really kind of, we don't care. Notice the change of colour as well. We've gone from darkness and gloom into like light. Yeah, it's from the darkness. Wow. There is something being exposed there. And I noticed that's also on the Reeve sisters. There is. I think that's going to be exposed. I think both of them are going to go. I think this is going to be. It feels like a 1-2 punch. It feels like a 1-2 punch. Mainstream news. Once the action happens, Knight of Wands there. It's a 1-2 punch. Overarching energy, offering. This feels like. Ignore that. Here is our new options, our new offering for you. Here is our new game plan. Here is our new ... Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm still being drawn to the darkness card. There is something. I may need to get the dinky deck out for that one. I'm just waiting for the other shooter. Something hiding. This is what I'm being drawn into. Is what there's something here. The other shoe to drop. I'm being in the darkness, being exposed, underground and hiding. There is something else. Something. And in my mind, I'm being drawn back to the justice card that we had in the previous reading about legalese law court case, something to do with Stutter and Starmer, or legalese involving Stutter and Starmer. There's something here which it feels as if it goes to the heart of the matter. Now, can we dinky deck the darkness with the Reeve sisters, please? The darkness with the Reeve sisters for the greatest good. Thank you. Because in my mind, just so you know, I go through different labels, as it were, and then kind of what response I get. So I've just said kind of like parliamentary. There's very little. I'm going through kind of like the Labour Party as a whole. Very little kind of response to that. I'm running out of like things to ask. Is it, for example, involving the budget? There's very little on that. There's something here. Well, I've been told to have a quick look. Offering. There was some sort of donation, an offer. And I've just been told Partygate. This is something as this. We'll put this on the record and we'll find out, right, as together. But there is something here, an offer again. There's something here involving, it's going to be stupid, like what happened to Boris Johnson over a piece of cake, basically, right? But it's the principle of the matter, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, yeah? It's that, what I've got for the Ace of Pentacles and like this offer here with the Knight of Cups. Hawk Lady! Oh, we haven't seen her for a while. Oh, we know it's a falcon, we don't care. Hawk Lady! Something about security. Holding on tight. Comfort blanket. Yeah? Control freak. This would be the card for dictatorship, ownership kind of thing. Yeah? Nine of Pentacles is like what we've built, that kind of stuff, but it's built on, is it too strong to say a lie? It's there's some or an untruth or a wonky footing, or there's something. This is built, and it's going to be so pitiful in the whole scheme of things. It feels like similar to the extent of a piece of cake, and I'm sure the Conservatives are feeling really good about themselves because of that. And this feels like Knight of Cups helping out. Knight of Cups, I'm getting the same sort of energies as we did months ago about kind of like Lord Ali and all that kind of stuff, and the donations and things. But it's unsure footing. There is something here where it's so pitiful that it's the end kind of thing. It's something to do about like morally, ethically, kind of that kind of thing. And it kind of takes all three of them. It feels like all three of them out. It takes kind of, or at least all three, I should say. What's the outcome to this? But it feels as if when this trigger is pulled, right, this action is taken with the Knight of Wands, you're going to see, with the mainstream news, everybody get on side. I'm seeing kind of that Emily What's-Her-Face, who's shown her true colours in the last couple of weeks, hasn't she, from the news agents, LBC kind of thing. You're going to see even the BBC, what Pinky, and ITV News and all them lot, right, they're all going to kind of smear it as the best thing since sliced bread. We must do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be manipulated. I can't speak today. Manipulated, thank you, as the biggest, worst thing ever, like Partygate and a piece of cake. And it's some sort of donation. Holy, I am such I'm an absolute pillock today. What did I say? What did I flip inside? I literally in the corner of my eye, I was like, oh yeah, offering, blah, blah, blah. It's yes. It's the other shoe to drop on that. It's I am such a prawn. I am so sorry. Here's the outcome. Clearly, there's not enough coffee over here today. I'm gonna this evening. I'm already ready for bed. I am sorry. So, making a decision, taking the leap of faith, the truth coming in again. Ace of Swords. Wow, more truth. This feels like an investigation. This feels like an inquiry, an investigation. This doesn't feel like child and that kind of, this feels like something to do with this stuff being hidden in the darkness, coming to light over here, right? Based on the donation gate offerings, that kind of thing. This feels, but it doesn't feel like it's government. It feels like it's kind of investigative journalism. Do you remember that when that happened? Oh, back in the day. This feels like one of the broadsheets. I'm being reminded of expenses scandal years ago, where it's like the duck pond kind of duck house stuff and all what they claimed back and all that. It feels like another expose like that. It's kind of a third party exposing the data, them doing the investigation, exposing this. the trumpet of truth. Right. So it's like speaking of truth, out it comes, that kind of thing. The burden. So at the moment, in this deck, it's an accomplishment. They're all sitting on the same side. They all, we definitely need to get rid of Stutter and Starmer. But now, because the truth is coming in about the extent of donations, or they're continuing to do it, or whatever or expenses, or whatever it may be, they're burdened, they're saddled. And like I said, there's like a handful of them, including Stutter and Starmer, that's involved in this. Notice once again, Stutter and Starmer in his own reading still hasn't shown up. Interesting. Strength card trying to continue once again. Trying to control the narrative, it feels like. But no one believes them. Once again, the offer, the Ace of Pentacles, the offering, donations. This feels like a payout. Yeah, this feels like some sort of payout or a bill that hasn't been paid. But it doesn't feel... Because traditionally, the Ace of Pentacles is normally planting the seed of opportunity, watching it grow, kind of nest egg, that kind of thing. This feels like more of a transaction, more of a Six of Pentacles. But it's squiffy. It's not... It's either kind of a payoff kind of energy, or it's the bill hasn't been paid, but I can't quite pull it apart. But it's definitely something that whatever it is, what to take from that is the transaction failed. It's not a good transaction. It's a bad transaction. It's one-sided transaction. Okay, so that's the main thing to take from that. How it's done, what the reasons for, i.e., to pay somebody off, or they haven't paid a bill, or whatever it may be. Is neither here nor there. It's the fact that the transaction was bad in general is the thing to take away from that. Hierophant, rules and regulations, parliamentary code, ministerial code, all that kind of stuff is slamming in my face right there. Hangman, offer again. There's a lot of paying off here. This feels like a last-ditch attempt. This feels like I'm just trying to wait. Like a Lord Mandelson type creature, someone like that, who's been around the houses, and he just and always seems to survive somehow or other, and is like, I could help you, but it will cost you. It's that kind of feeling to it. It may be somebody else, but it's that kind of feeling to it. Definitely someone been around the houses. But I don't think it's good enough. It won't work. It won't. 10 of Cups, happily ever after. 10 of Swords. Betrayal, backstab. It's like, you've led us all down the garden path. You've led us to absolute ruin. This is the cul-de-sac that we were talking about earlier. Yeah? And the betrayal and manipulation and the stupidity and the tomfoolery and all that kind of stuff. Calling the judgment, speaking the truth of what's actually been going on. and then happy, happy, joy, joy. This feels like the wider Labour Party. This feels as if this is the end of this chapter and the beginnings of something new. The Kipper deck has been screaming at me since we got to about here. So let's just have 3 cards from here. I said I will have 3 cards, and I got you'll get as many as I give you. It's like, oh, okay. You'll take as many as I. It's like, okay, fair enough. Right, cut the deck. Doopa doopa doo, and Judgment. Journey. There's something here about. I'm trying to work out the distance of the journey. There's something here about. It doesn't feel like G7 or NATO. Okay, it doesn't feel international. It feels local, more within the boundaries of the, the borders of the country. It feels as if it's some form of election kind of bus kind of energy. Campaigning energy, that kind of the concern, especially on the 10 of Wands, happen behind closed doors. What happens in the family room stays in the family room. That was the plan. They're trying to keep this data hidden. People already know about it. People already know about this. I wonder you said more than 3, right? Main female. Holy crap. Reeves, the Reeves sisters know about it. Right? It's like it's what they've got over Stutter and Starmer. They know about it. Whatever happened on this like election trail or buses going places or whatever that is, okay? They already know about it, and it's in the what stays in the family room and all that. But it's a bit despair because it's all against the rules. This is the justice card, poverty. This is toil and labor. This is if you go down, it's kind of a tit for tat kind of thing. It's live and learn. Yeah, this they already know about it, and they'll leak it. It's one of these situations where sources at Labour, blah blah blah, ... to the papers, they do the investigation kind of thing, and all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. But they all know it. Wow. They all know it, and it's all built, going back to the Hawk Lady, it's all built on unsure footing. The garden they've built, the Labour Party they've built right now, it's all built on this lie. Wow. Or whatever incident happened on this journey. So let's have a look at this. So Ace of Swords. Talking about money. You remember we were talking about bribery, the kind of the offers and stuff like that? Yeah? Bribery, temptation, that kind of thing. Live and learn again. You should know better. You should have known better. Experience. Yeah? On the family room. Live and learn. We've learned this data. Now it's like, it's a gift. It's going to end up stability. Everything's A-okay. What did I say? What did I say? Underlying energy. It's a deal. dependent on each other. Yeah, dependency. It feels like he knows stuff about Reeves. The Reeves sisters know stuff about Starmer. Dependency. They're linked up. Yeah, there's a partnership there, but it's gone too far, and it's like now it's to save their own bacon. It feels like here they pull the trigger. They put the action in. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye about this. If you collaboration just popped out here, just slid out the bottom here. Wow. Wow. But like I said, this group down here is entirely separate. So the Labour Party in general just want like new way forward, take a leap of faith, all that kind of stuff. But there's a group within a group. And it feels as if it's going to backfire on them. They think they're going to be able to control this narrative, when actual fact it's going to kind of, their group, it feels like it's going to be obliterated, or it's at least going to put them all in shadow and all in shame and all in investigation and stuff like that. Yeah. Because they should have reported it sooner. It's something to do like that. You should have mentioned it sooner. You should have brought it to our attention sooner. But with the gift card, it's like the gift that keeps on giving just popped in there. Anyway, we'll leave this here for now. Once again, if you enjoyed the reading, please thummy like. It generally helps out the channel so much. Subscribe, ding-a-ling-a-ling the bell thing, malarkey. Come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody. That is what we do. And also comment down below suggestions for future readings, that kind of stuff. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.